Well, this is already not working the way that we would want it to. I just wanted to see if YouTube was now good enough to use for a live stream, and I'm gonna go right ahead and say it's not, but that's not gonna stop me. So might as well just keep rolling for now. The reason I say it's not, of course, is because it's decided to use my Zoom, my wide camera rather, instead of the one that would make sense for, say, I don't know, undistorted kittens. But what are you gonna do? And because this is a YouTube software stream, then it's not showing up on the regular live stream either. But it was really just kind of an experiment. Might as well take a minute and say hi to the kittens and their mom and see how many of these names I can remember and who's got their eyes open, right? Why not? So this is Sky. She's the mom. I think you guys know that. And I wonder if I zoom in a little, if that will, oh, that doesn't seem to, wow, whoa. Okay, never mind that plan. Let's start here. We have our four babies of Skies right here, and we will visit each of them very quickly. This one is Joyced. Hi. Okay, Joyced is the one that was the firstborn and also the very, very smallest kitten. She's actually the smallest kitten that's ever been born at Kitten Academy. As far as we know, I do believe she's the smallest, but we don't always weigh them immediately, so it can be hard to say for 100% sure. But she's definitely posted the lowest weight of any kitten that we've had. She seems like she's doing great, actually. She has been eating very well, gaining very well. She's been fighting off her brother and sisters that are all easily twice her weight and size, as you can see. And she's keeping up with them really well. So I'm happy about that, actually. I couldn't really ask for anything better from the smallest kitten ever. And that's a girl. Her name is Joyced. Then let's see. I'm gonna try to see if I can remember in order. I think next would be this one. Now this is Rafter, and you can see Rafter's got her eyes opening up just a little bit, and that one there already looks like it's extra weepy. So she's probably got whatever mom's got, which is not a big surprise. But that's little Rafter, like a big panda bear. You can tell Rafter because she's the one that's got one eye covered in black, like a half mask there, as you can see. All right, so that's little Rafter. The girl, by the way, I think originally DJ thought these were mostly boys, but then she rethought it, and I checked, and I also think this is the only boy. This is Gable, and you can tell Gable from Rafter because Gable has a very even marking with black on both sides. So there you go. Hi, Sky is like, why are you meowing? Let me rescue you. So this is Gable, the boy. Oh, hi, you do have eyes. Oh, look at that. Okay, hi, buddy. You just like to squint a lot, huh? That's fair. And then that leaves us with one last kitten in here. Name, please. Rafter, Joyce, Gable, and alcove. Yes, thank you. Oh man, I'm glad Babelglyph said it. Probably just coincidentally. This is the biggest kitten in the class, and this is also a girl, I think. I'm pretty sure. And doesn't really have her eyes open very much yet. She's not just squinting, but you can see that's just shadow there. So this is alcove. There we go. Hi, yes, okay, you said it. So that's Sky and her family. And I'm glad we got a chance to sort of check them out together real quick. And if you want, we can take a minute and go next door and I can try to introduce you to our other mom cat. Now, Sky here came to us in the usual way through Dawes, the shelter that we work with. Our other mom cat did not come to us the usual way. She came to us in an unusual way. I happened to be at the vet, and as I was there, someone called in that had a stray mom giving birth to kittens. I'm going to have to leave all this stuff here. I'll come back for it. I got what's important, coffee. So I also have to use some hand sanitizer. I'm sure that stuff that she's got is going to spread everywhere, but I want to do what I can to keep it from happening. So give me 1 second here to get a little alcohol on my fingers. So I was saying we do have a second mom cat right now, though, who is we're about to go see. And when I stopped in at the vet, they had had a phone call from someone who had a mom cat delivering her babies in their garage, and they had got three of the babies, but the mom cat had absconded with the last baby, and they couldn't figure out how to get the mom cat or the baby and what to do. And the people at the vet asked me if I would be willing to take a look at it. And I decided why not. Hi. Hi, sweetheart. So this is her and her four babies. We managed to get all four of them here. And she is a little bit more skittish than most of the mom cats that we have in. And not a big fan of the hand sanitizer either. So I'm going to wait just a second before I try to say hello to her. But you can see she's beautiful. She's got Eddie's green eyes. Look at those beautiful eyes. And she is a sweetheart. She just loves her people. She loves to rub up on me. She doesn't mind at all if I mess with her kittens. I can pick them up and play with them and pet them right in front of her, and she's not even as bothered as Sky. You saw Sky came out of her box when her kitten started yelling to see what I was doing. But if that same thing happened here, this is Cuddles, by the way. Cuddles is her name. Cuddles would not really mind too much at all. She doesn't get concerned about it as much. She trusts me with her babies, and that's real sweet. But one thing that you may end up noticing now or eventually, hang on, let me grab the scale, is that she does have a very special way of interacting. She's a little bit more prone to hiss and swat at people when there's something she doesn't like. It's just her way of communicating. Actually, she's not as mad as she comes across, and I've learned that by hanging out with her a bit. But for instance, the person that the garage she gave birth in, the homeowner said she'd been around quite a bit, and that she would rub up on their ankles, but would not let you touch her. And it turns out that's not the case. She actually really likes being petted and often will lean in and try to, rub on my hand and purrs a lot when I pet her. But she has to you have to earn her trust, and you have to be able to understand, what she's saying a little bit, which I have to admit I haven't completely got her figured out. But you can see she's pretty calm right now. And let's just see. I'm going to start by touching her babies, because that, I think, usually she's like, oh yeah, they like you, so you're cool. So there we go. Now, another funny thing is this particular baby right here with the white face is Hot Chocolate. That's the baby that she took away when we were rescuing her. So the other three were the ones that the homeowner had got, and then she took Hot Chocolate and hid, and we had to get them out together. Do I smell funny with the hand sanitizer? I know. You're going to probably demonstrate how you like to hiss and growl because I smell weird today. And because I'm talking funny. I know I don't normally talk this way to you. So the funny thing is that it was the Hot Chocolate, the one with the little white face here, that is the one that she took away when she was in the garage and hid with. And since then, she has tried moving her kittens 3 or 4 times, which is why she's here on the floor instead of in her box. We had a little discussion yesterday where she told me she was done with the box, and I said, no, you're not. And she said, yes, I am. You can see who came out on top of that one. But yes, the 3 or 4 times that she has decided to pick up her kittens and move them, it's always Hot Chocolate. She always takes this kitten. Like, I guess at first I thought it's just coincidence, like 2 or 3 times. 2 times maybe she just happens to grab that kitten first. But now she's done it like 4 times, and I'm like, all right, that's not a coincidence. She clearly has one baby that, for whatever reason, she has to take that baby first and be like, all right, this is the one that is going with me, and I'll come back for the other 3. You 3 later, okay? Fend for yourselves. Um, I don't know that that's really what's going through her mind, but for whatever reason, it's always hot chocolate that she takes first. So I couldn't tell you why. It's okay. It's okay. That's okay. I can see when she gets just a little bit nervous, and it's easy for that to kind of. Then if I make a fast motion or something, then she'll hiss and she'll swat. But again, she doesn't mean anything by it. When she does swat me, she doesn't use her claws. She just smacks. And that's another thing that shows it's just her way of communicating. It doesn't mean that she hates me or that she wants me to die or anything like that. She's not trying to kill me. She just wants to communicate, and she doesn't have a whole lot of language to work with, but she does love to be petted. Hi, yeah, you're a cutie bean. And she's so pretty. I mean, she really has those Eddie eyes, doesn't she? Those just beautiful green eyes. Very pretty. She's not the first mom cat that we've had that communicated that way. For some reason, I can never think of the name of the one that it's a T name, and I always think Tilbury, and that's not her. Um, but I know somebody will say it. Where she was the same way, where she loved to be petted and she loved my attention. And Thimble, thank you, Thimble. I knew it was a T name, and I just can't. And I think it's because it's TH. Then I think T, and I go T T T sound, and it's not there. So Thimble was the one, and she mostly had this issue where, like, if I moved too fast or I stood above her, or especially the thing that would set her off every time is when I went to leave the room, which might also be because I stand up and start walking away. That's another big fast motion. She would come and attack me for leaving every time, and in a way that was, very hissy and swatty. And I think, in a way, she was even, I don't want to say worse, but she was definitely a little bit more aggressive than Cuddles is. And yet, her adopter was just talking to us about it in regards to Cuddles, saying that Thimble has turned into a mom that is very sweet and loving and does have her, certain interesting personality, but is just a sweet and wonderful cat in their home. So I feel like our little Cuddles here could probably end up being an actual Cuddles for somebody in due time. And until then, we've just got to kind of learn what she's trying to tell us through her use of hissing and swatting and her sort of nervousness. You can't blame her for being on guard. She was having her babies in a garage in a leaf bin full of leaves. So I'm sure she's had a lot to look out for in her day, but now she's here and she's doing just fine. She does seem like she's doing just fine, by the way. Her kittens seem very fat and happy and healthy. And yeah, I also I wouldn't have predicted a week ago. In fact, I was saying when I brought her in, I'm like, we're probably not going to be able to keep her here. We're probably going to have to send her to somebody who deals with like ferals. But I realize she's not feral at all. Of course, I would never have even brought her here because that's just too much for me to handle. But she's not even what I would say semi-feral, really. She's just got some spiciness to her. So this is, like I said, this is Cuddles, and we're going to meet each of her kittens now. And we'll weigh them too, because I haven't done that yet. Hello. So let's see. I don't know the birth order, obviously, but I also don't remember the order that they're on the weight sheet. So I'm just going to pick them up in whatever order they come and see if I can remember them. Dana, yeah, see, you asked if she's allowing me to pick them up, but she actually doesn't mind me playing with them much at all. She is fine with me petting her kittens and playing with them. And they have started to come around to me. Again, the hand sanitizer might kind of throw them off a little, but typically when I start petting them, especially Marshmallow here, the black one, they like to roll over on their back and try to play with my fingers and purr. They do little kitten purrs. So they are already sort of well socialized and sweet, and mom doesn't seem to mind me messing with them at all. So let's start right here. There we go. We can see a little bit of an eye open. Oh, this is the favorite. This is a hot chocolate, the one that Mom brings with her everywhere. Weighs half a pound, 8 ounces. So that's little hot chocolate. You can tell she's a little gray tabby. She's got that funny little spot on her nose of gray, which is probably going to look ridiculous when she starts to get bigger. So that's Mom's little favorite girl, apparently. Hot chocolate. And then Marshmallow's right here, so we'll grab Marshmallow next. Marshmallow is pretty much all black. I think she's got a couple little white spots. Doesn't she? No, maybe she doesn't. Let's take a look under her neck real quick. Hang on. Yeah, there's a tiny little white there. Do you see it? So I thought there was. So you can see hot chocolate. I'm sorry, a Marshmallow. This is Marshmallow. Actually had her eye open on like day 2 or 3, which is highly unusual and would also set a record. And also weighs exactly 8, so they're consistent if nothing else. So this is Marshmallow with her one eye open, still just the one. She's a very big sweetie. Okay. They're about, what, 2 days ahead of the kittens that we just saw in the other room. I do know for sure that they were born on the day that we brought them here and not earlier. And one reason I know that is because one of them still had the placenta attached when I went to rescue them, and it was fresh. It wasn't like it had been attached for a while, which would be weird anyway. So I know they had just been born. Plus, the homeowner said they had just been born that morning, and I guess they know. I don't know if I said I'm not doing genders. I don't know Marshmallow. If I said Marshmallow is a boy before and I seemed sure of it, then I'm sure of it. I'm not sure of anything right now because I'm not looking and I haven't memorized them. So if Marshmallow is a boy, Marshmallow is a boy. I have no idea. Um, Again, I know I checked them before, and whatever I said then is right. Okay, don't listen to me now as far as that goes. So this is the one also that is a boy because this is the two that I do remember. This is Cashmere, and I can only tell them apart so far because Cashmere has a bigger white spot on his chest, which I want to try to show you. There you go. You see that? The big triangle right over his heart. So that's Cashmere. Cashmere also looks like he doesn't have his eyes open at all yet. So a little bit behind on that front, not too much. And he weighs 8.9, so I guess he's putting all that energy into getting his weight up instead of opening his eyes, and that's okay. So that's Cashmere the boy. And then we have Pajama the girl. I think that's the last one. Then we will have seen everybody, right? And you're going to see Pajama looks a lot the same. Oh, she has her eyes open. A little bit. That's just the starting of having her eyes open. Hi, yeah, okay. Hi. What are you saying? They're so floofy and soft. I mean, you just couldn't believe it. So you can see she's got the little toes that are white in the back, and that's super cute. And that's one way we can tell them apart. He does not. But she's also, I think she does have a white spot on her chest, but it's not quite as obvious. Do you see that? She's just got a little bit of white under her armpit there. They have the same spot down there, but she's got, here, show me under your armpit real quick, okay? Let's just see your armpit. Come on. So you can see up. I know. It's awkward to try to get her to show this. Here, hang on, kiddo. Hang on. She's Velcroed to the blanket. So there we go. You can see she's got just a little bit of white under there, but not the big triangle patch that he does. So this is our girl, Pajama. Pajama or Pajamas? I don't know which one. Did DJ name her with the S on there? I'll have to check. So there we go. Now you have met both our mom cats and all of the kittens. And you can see that if that was Sky would have run over when they were meowing over on the scale, even to the extent of like leaving her other kittens in the middle of nursing. Even though Sky obviously loves me very much. Whereas Cuddles here is like, nah, you got this. It's cool. I think it actually calms her down a little bit when she sees me playing with her kittens, because she knows that I'm cool. So that's about it. In upcoming, oh, we didn't see pajamas. Wait, oh my goodness, I didn't either. I just blew right by it. Pajama, come back. All right, come back. I know you were just about to nurse. 8.8. There we go. 8.8. Now we know. And knowing is half the battle. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mostly am not wearing the gloves around her at all anymore because I think we've figured each other out. But if I have to do something major, like if I change her blankets, that's going to be something that's kind of upsetting to her. I'll put the gloves on for that. They're still right here. But otherwise, I think we've gotten to the point where we've figured each other out, I should say. No, hi, buddy. See, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, you're not going to really do it right now, though. You just fell over, huh? Okay. I'm still going to play with your belly. I do need to change this blanket when I get a minute, but I'm not going to try to do it to her right now. I have a lot of cleaning to do today. Does Cuddles play? You know, Corrine, I have not seen Cuddles play, but Cuddles has some toys in the room, and I know that she's played with this catnip banana from GA Girl. And here's how I know it was brand new. And you can see that now it's torn up and it's a little discolored on the end, and it's got all these little claw holes in it. And that is not from me, that's all from her. So I know she does play, just not when I'm around yet. I guess that we're not at that point in our relationship yet, but we'll get there. I also have noticed her other toys are moved around a little bit. This, you'll see this around. A lot of people think this is poop when they see it on the stream, but it's a little silver vine nugget, which the cats all love. They love this more than catnip. And I'm sure she's been kicking that around too because I see it moved often. And when I first gave it to her, she had kind of a reaction to it that scared me because I wasn't ready for that, for her to be all excited about something. But yeah, that's what that is, a little silver vine nugget. She has some other toys too. There's a little mouse over here. You saw the kicker, and she's got the donut shop, which is full of toys when she decides to get in there. That red ball looks like it got over there on its own too. So yeah, she does some stuff. She really wants to know what I'm doing. Like, I think I'm making her a little nervous by coming in and acting very different today. But she's still being sweet and accepting. Oh, there you go. See, that was just a little bap, and she wasn't using her claws. She just hit me in the hand. She didn't even do a real hiss there. But you can see that is the language I'm talking about, where she's just like, no, not now. And it would be startling if you weren't accustomed to it or thought that she meant that she was mad at you. But she's not mad at all. It's just, again, it's the only language she knows. So. So I was going to tell you about the other kittens real quick. I know that if we actually, it would be interesting to see if I can take this downstairs without losing anything. So maybe we should give it a shot. But I do want to stop back in Sky's room and pick up the open bottle of KMR that I left in there because otherwise she could knock it over and that would be a big mess. But then we can run downstairs and try to see all of our older kittens that are graduating now. Since we're doing this, let's do it. Logan Perry's right here. Hi, buddy. You were gonna run in there, weren't you? I'm glad you didn't. Okay. Hang on now. We're gonna put this right here. Yep, that's right. So, yep, January goes home tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna leave you guys right there. I'm gonna run in and just grab that milk. Give me 1 sec. But I gotta put a lid on it. Great. Okay. All right, we can worry about getting that downstairs when we go. So first we're going to stop in the bedroom because we left somebody in there. And that would be our older girl kitten, Holiday. There she is. Okay, this is Teaspoon. I'm sure everybody wanted to check in on Teaspoon. Hey, buddy. But this is Holiday, who we came in to see. How come the lights aren't in here, huh? Okay, good answer. Holiday has to wear the suit because she got her spay and she was doing fine, but then her brothers started nursing on her and irritated it, and then she started trying to bother it because she was irritated. And yesterday she got out of 2 suits, so we put her in a smaller, tighter one. And that's why she looks so svelte. Yeah. Let's go around this side so we at least have a little bit of light. Maybe we can turn this on while I'm right here. Yeah, there we go. Can you hear all that purring? So that's Holiday. She's Callie's kitten, and the reason that she's up here kind of by herself is that Cal is hanging out downstairs with the boys. We're gonna go see her, but ever since Holly got her spay, Cal has been very sort of angry towards her, like not just trying to communicate, but actually seeking her out and smacking her. For Holly's part, she takes it very well. She just kind of hunkers down and it's like, ugh, my mom, can you believe it? But I don't want to put them together right now. I'm hoping that when Cal gets her spay, which is coming up on the 4th, that they'll be able to be friends again after that. We'll see. Which reminds me, I still need to call the person that was approved to adopt them together because I sent a couple emails that didn't get responded to. Hi, Artie. They probably got spam bucketed, not their fault. If you are someone, though, that thinks you might be the approved adopter for Holiday and Cal, check your spam because it's probably something from me. And then you can just write me back by email and I don't have to call you. All right, so that's Holiday. Now let's go down and see the rest of that family. Now Holiday, let's see, what was I saying? I saw somebody say, when does Sprout and Drizzle go? They are supposed to be picked up this weekend. It's a question still whether they'll be picked up on Friday or Sunday, but it looks like Friday is the plan right now. So that's, here's one of them. This is Drizzle. Hi, Drizzle. I saw you sitting here with your spring. Do you want to play fetch real quick for the people? Will you do it? If I throw it, will you bring it back? She plays fetch really well, but I don't know if she'll do it on command. Oh, she dropped the spring. Oh, she looked back too. She's like, I dropped it. Forget it. Okay, well, that's fine. So that's Drizzle. And she and her sister Sprout are going together. And like I said, either Friday or Sunday, there's Sprout in here. Hi, Sprouty. Hi, kiddo. There you go. Taking a little nap. Wow, wow. Megalina says they're almost a year old. I can't believe it. So a little younger than Teaspoon. They're still very much kittens. Drizzle especially loves to play, and Sprout is like everybody's mom cat. She just loves other cats and taking care of them. So they're both really wonderful. But let's go in and see Cal and her boys. Now this is the rest of Holiday's family. That's Monday. That's January. And that back there is Friday. Oh, nice job, Friday. Showing off for the camera. And then this is their mom calendar, or Cal. They're all so sweet. Cal is a huge kitten herself, actually. If you watch, she plays like nobody's business, which is why the boys are in here for her right now. She wants somebody she can play with, and she plays with them very well. So that's Cal. And like I said, if you are the person that was approved to adopt Cal and Holly together, check your emails. Okay, so Monday, I'd have to check the calendar. I'm not sure when Monday and Friday are going home. I really should be, but I'm going to have to look. I do know that Jan here, though, is going home tomorrow. Mr. Robbie says, what kind of a cat is that has a very small tail? Look at Jan's tail. He thought his mom had a short one. So a lot of people would call it a Manx or a bobtail, and there's a difference. I don't know. I think bobtails actually have longer tails than Manxes. But those are breeds, and none of our cats are like purebreds. They're all from shelters that we've, helped sort of take care of. So I don't like to call them official breeds like Manx, but it is a genetically short tail. It's not like she had any sort of trauma. She never had a longer tail. This is it. And she is so funny when she wags her little short tail, and she doesn't mind you playing with it or touching it, and it's very cute to touch. And then of her babies, two of them were also born with short or no tails. One of them is January, and the other one was Julian. Julian already went home. I'm still getting their names backwards. I had to stop and think about it for half a second there. So Julian is the one that had like basically no tail at all. And January here is a little bit in between. As you can see, he's got a little stub, smaller than his mom's. Then the other ones were born with full regular tails, as you can see, but they are all from her. They're doing very well. So, that's another good question. Do they have any effect on their sense of balance? I don't think so. The kittens have all done just as well as any other cat. I've never noticed them being extra clumsy or anything like that. Now, our vet told us to look out because sometimes the muscles that develop with the tail are infected by whatever genetics this is, and the cats can end up being sort of incontinent or have maybe some issues controlling their poops. So that's a thing that you would want to be careful of or to keep an eye out for. But in this case, I have kept an eye out for it, and they've all been fine. So it's not a problem for them. So that's good news too. Oh, wow, did you see that somersault? Nice work. That's Fry over there, Friday. Mom's proving that she's a big kitten. Jonah Osborne, you say it seems like having a short tail would be a poop advantage. Yeah, well, it's probably nice for the cat to not get poop on their tail. But I will say these guys are all very clean, first off. But you do probably end up getting it on you a little bit, not the poop, the sort of back end on you a little more because they can't cover it up with their tail like a lot of cats do. So that's a thing. She's wrestling with the lobster antenna. I have not seen that before. That's very cute. I wondered why the lobster's always getting knocked down. I guess now I know. That's bold too. That thing's big. Yeah, yeah. I saw Dream Kitten. You say it's not a breed; it's a genetic anomaly. Yeah. Well, you're in a way you're right. We don't know if they're directly related to any Manx or not. It is something that could probably spontaneously happen. In this case, though, she probably is descended from some sort of a Manx somewhere. Who knows? There's really no way of telling. What are you saying to me, Monday? Hey, buddy. Hi. Yeah, Megalina, it would be cool if we got like a genetic test on one of these interesting genetically kittens. What are they playing with? They've got so many toys in this room, and they like to play with just things like a little bit of onion skin. Oh, that's exactly what this is. It's a little piece of onion skin from the kitchen. Let's focus. Hope it will focus on this so you can see that that's what it is, but no, it's not gonna. It's just a little piece of red onion skin. One of their favorite toys for inexplicable reasons. We've got the onions like on the bottom shelf in one of the cabinets in the kitchen. And so whenever that cabinet gets open, they go in there and knock the onion skins out and just have a ball playing with them, jumping around like it's the most fun thing in the world. I have no idea. All right. Well, hey, I'm glad I got a chance to do a close up with you guys today. I miss doing these as often as I used to. Um, uh, it's been sort of tricky for me to get around to them, but things hit just right this morning. So there we are. I'm really glad to see all of you and get a chance to see all of you talking back to me. I like it. If you are missing this, hearing from me, keep in mind that we do mailbag almost every Saturday at 10 a.m. our time. And I always start that out with the news of the week, at least as much as I'm able. So if you really miss me sort of chatting it up with you guys, that's a chance to do it if you tune into our regular live stream at 10 on Saturdays. Of course, we didn't do that last week because not only do we have an adoption, but I thought that I was going to be rushing one of our kittens into the vet. But I didn't. She was having, it was Cuddles was having some bad poops. And I think they're mostly recovered now. I see that she's still got a couple of poop marks around the room, but she's doing way better than she was last weekend. I think I just gave her way too many treats trying to get to be her friend. And it turns out it was not a good thing. So, yeah, thanks one more time for joining me. I'm glad we got to have this little time together. I have so much to do, starting with vacuuming. You probably noticed that. I know I did. And get all on the rest of my day. You boys ever gonna take a break? This is a real like Peter and the chicken fight here. They're just gonna go all day.